Hey everybody, and welcome to Brick Vault. Today is a Spongebob Lego minifigure collection, specifically just the character Spongebob. I'll do maybe a complete character review video sometime in the future. But anyways, this theme was produced between the years 2006 and 2012, which is actually a pretty long run for a theme, especially one based on a show. And with the show kind of as weird and wacky, as crazy as Spongebob Squarepants, I'm happy to say that we got quite a few different kind of crazy Spongebob figs. It showcases a lot of his expressions and some of the weird, crazy episodes that he happened to be in. Anyways, I'm going to show off all of these figures chronologically from when they were released, what sets they came out in, and how much they are worth. So here's the very first Spongebob right here.
All right, Pinhead, your time is up.
Who you calling Pinhead?
He's been dubbed the I'm Ready Spongebob due to the sort of catchphrase that goes along with this particular expression. He came out in the Krusty Krab 3825 set, as well as two other ones, all pretty major sets. And here he has a special mold that is just for Spongebob. They've never reproduced this piece, I think, in any other way, shape, or form. And specifically, what's exclusive about this guy is the expression on his face. It's pretty much your standard happy-go-lucky Spongebob. And you might have noticed that he also has short legs, which is very, very appropriate for this character. He's just a $3 figure. And jumping up to the next year, 2007, we get 3 new Spongebob minifigs.
Hey, everybody, it's Leif Erikson Day. Hinga-dinga-durgan.
This first one was from the Chum Bucket set 4981, and he has been dubbed Spongebob Shocked Look. He looks also pretty afraid as well. In this set, you can also see that he got a tray that holds onto a Krabby Patty. It sits there a little bit loosely, and it seems they didn't perfect the build for a burger, or a Krabby Patty in this case, until we got to Scooby-Doo. Anyways, the second Spongebob fig was also from this same set, and I'm counting him as a minifigure, even though technically he's just a bunch of Lego parts. He is the Robot Spongebob. This is part of some sort of evil hacked plan from Plankton, I think, and they did an interesting thing back in 2007, something they don't do anymore with modern Lego sets, and that is putting a sticker across several Lego pieces all at once. I'm glad that they stopped with this practice, though I gotta say, I think it works out pretty well in this particular case, putting the detailing on that makes him look, well, like a silly SpongeBob robot. The first Shocked Spongebob came out to $4 from this set, while this guy with the exclusive sticker, being really the only exclusive piece, comes out to $8. And okay, so moving down to the last Spongebob from 2007, this is the guy that came from the set Mrs. Puff's Boating School. You can see he's got the antenna piece that's been attached onto his head, but also really the main thing about this is that he, yet again, comes with another expression, exclusive just to this set. Some might say that he's sticking your tongue out at you or making a wacky face at somebody, but I think this is actually his look of concentration because he really wants to pass his driving test. And okay, we're jumping up to the year 2008. Two more different Spongebob figures came out this year. First guy here is probably the most easily recognizable as a unique Spongebob fig. And you might also remember what episode this came out in, I'm assuming you're still a Spongebob fan. And this is when he is visiting Sandy's house. She's a squirrel, so she breathes air, which means he's gotta wear a water suit, or it's basically a spacesuit full of water. Anyways, the detailing works out really well. There's just the simple acorn detailing on the front of the chest, and a smiling, happy Spongebob through the little porthole. He also came with one of these net poles because they are trying to catch jellyfish, and this Spongebob is pretty cheap, like most of the other ones we've been showing off are cheap in the relative terms of a collection, and he's just $4.
I surrender!
The second 2008 Spongebob is a happy, injured Spongebob. He's called the Bandage on Head Spongebob. You could probably guess why. And maybe this is the closest you're gonna get to a look of actually being hurt on him because he's just smiling a little bit. He's exclusive to the Emergency Room set 3832, and this Spongebob sells for $5 right now. And jumping up to 2009, I think this was the best year for fun expressions. This first Spongebob came from the Krusty Krab Adventures set 3833, and amongst collectors, he is called the Spongebob Grin with Bottom Teeth. This is the kind of happy Spongebob with a certain kind of intent. He looks almost mischievous, and his final price comes out to $6, slightly more than the average Spongebob. And the second Spongebob here is from the Good Neighbors at Bikini bottom. This is my personal favorite SpongeBob set. I can remember receiving this one as a gift. And not only does this guy have a special expression on his face, I don't know how to describe it, perhaps bashful, but this SpongeBob wouldn't really be complete unless you gave him the full build that goes on his back, which is a buildable water gun backpack tank thingy. The connection point is kind of nice with just the single modified stud right on the top, and this is the closest we're ever gonna get to a firefighter SpongeBob fig. Without the buildable water pack, he is $4, and with that we finished off 2009, and technically no new SpongeBobs came out in terms of design for 2010. So the next new guys were a 2011 release, just 2 new SpongeBobs, and here is probably the most unique, I think the most unique out of the whole collection.
Way to go, buddy. It took us 3 days to make that potato salad. 3 days!
This is the superhero SpongeBob, and his unique features are, well, pretty obvious. He's got the blue legs, a slightly lighter blue than the new dark blue mold that we get for the headpiece. The expression has a somewhat more triumphant or determined look on his face, and he also comes with a cape as well as this bubble gun. The set he is exclusive to is the Heroic Heroes of the Deep, and he is actually the most expensive SpongeBob fig from the collection, coming out to $9 brand new. The second exclusive guy for 2011 came from the Glove World set. This is pretty darn close to the very first SpongeBob we got back in 2006, but the happy expression on his face is just a little bit wider. His mouth is just a little bit more open. He's a $5 fig, and let's move to 2012, the last year of SpongeBob production. These last 2 characters are both pretty unique, this first one being the pirate SpongeBob.
I gotta see it, I gotta look at it, see it, and glom onto it.
He came from the Flying Dutchman set, which is just such an awesome set and a really great character, the Flying Dutchman. And here we've got a special pirate hat with a special print on just for SpongeBob. And of course the print on the head is unique to just him. He's got an eye patch, and his regular collared shirt is slightly changed up with the printing. No longer is it a belt, but I'm assuming some sort of sash that goes around. And anyways, I think he's actually a pretty complete fig, especially with the sword. He's $7, which makes him the second most expensive SpongeBob fig out there. And here we go, the very last SpongeBob. This is the Blue Lay SpongeBob. He came from the Bikini Bottom Undersea Party set, where all the figures have some sort of party printing or party detailing on them. And to go along with the Blue Lay printing, you can also see he's got a slightly more happy, ecstatic looking smiley face. I think his face is just, the grin is just a little bit bigger. This SpongeBob is $6, and here are all 11, I believe 11 SpongeBob figs for the entire collection. My mistake, there's actually 12. And what I like about this particular sort of character development is that it's not really so much a development, especially considering the fact that this guy was produced from the years 2006 all the way to 2011. In previous collections, especially with Star Wars, you can see massive changes between one version of Luke Skywalker, for instance, to a later version of him. But it seems that they really hit SpongeBob, they hit the nail on the head, so to speak. They got the mold right for his head. I think they just thought the dimensions worked really well, so they didn't decide to try to change him. The only thing they changed were just the different expressions. So we've got these specialty SpongeBob figs over here, but really there's a lot of great standard SpongeBob figs that just have a bunch of different expressions. That being said, if we were to get a new SpongeBob minifig in the future, I don't know, I have heard rumors about possible SpongeBob guys coming for the next wave of dimensions. But anyways, if there was a new SpongeBob fig, there is just a plethora of different expressions we could add to any of the minifigs. Personally, I think this is my favorite one. I can't remember what episode this was from. This is just an expression that flashes on his face for a half second, but it cracked me up every time I saw that episode, and it would be awesome if we got that in minifig form. All right, and with that, that is the end of this collection review. Remember, guys, if you've got any ideas about another collection video you want to see in the future, let us know what you want to see as a minifig collection, and we'll try to get that done. Other than that, we're totally done here. So thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoy our content, you can always like or subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you next time at Brick Vault.